Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Kim. Today is November 6, 2022. This is my 125th episode for C++ 17 2023 CUDA SQL OpenGL DBB. In this episode, we will update C++ tools to the latest version such as clang++, G++, MSVC++, Intel DPC++, or oneAPI Base Toolkit. As you can see, the title of this video starts with setup. In this playlist, please double-click this link. If you want to follow my current and future sessions, you have to watch all the videos in this playlist, especially whose title starts with setup. Setup. There are more setup videos. For example, setup. I assume you have watched all the videos whose title starts with setup. Otherwise, you cannot understand or follow my future sessions. Download Hello SQL source code and icons. Please double-click this link. You can download Hello SQL sample source code. This file also includes this icon. System requirements. Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit System Requirements. Please double-click this link. In this page, you can see accelerator sections. Integrated Gen 9 or higher GPUs, including latest Intel Iris Xe Max graphic device. If you click this link, you can see this table from Gen 9 to Gen 12. Most Intel GPUs support Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit. For example, Coffee Lake. If you scroll down, you can find Intel Core i9 9900K. This is my CPU device. Also, 10th generation Ice Lake and Tiger Lake. These are Gen 12. These processors support Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit. Please note that this is very important. If you have the following system and/or user environment variables, then disable system environment variables before you install oneAPI Base Toolkit. You have to reboot after disabling these variables, such as PYTHONHOME, PYTHONPATH. You'd better disable these environment variables before you update or install oneAPI Base Toolkit. After successful installation, you can enable these environment variables. Warning: don't try to outsmart me. You may have higher IQ than I, but when it comes to C++ programming, it's very likely that I have much more experience in C++ and computer system than you. For example, I created one command prompt, two command prompt, three command prompt, four command prompt, It might look very stupid that I create 4 command prompts, but I have very good reasons that I create separate command prompt. In this command prompt for Intel oneAPI tools, I can use Microsoft compiler. Also DPCPP compiler. In this command prompt, I can use Microsoft compiler, also MSVC compiler. The reason I created Microsoft command prompt and oneAPI tools is that if I create a single command prompt for MSVC oneAPI tools and CUDA toolkit MSVC, it's very likely some tools or libraries conflict each other. To prevent such conflict, I created separate command prompt. Also, this command prompt is for Microsoft C++ 2022, but we use older version of Intel TBB. In case of MSVC, this command prompt we use TBB toolkit included in oneAPI Base Toolkit. In this case, we use older Intel TBB version. In some case, we need older Intel TBB library. Also, this is GNU C++ and clang. This is for Microsoft C++ compiler. If I don't create these command prompts separately, some library can conflict. So, don't try to outsmart me. You may have higher IQ than I, but when it comes to C++ programming, it's very likely I have much more experience in C++ and computer system than you. I will remind you once again, if you have PythonHome or PythonPath environment variables set in your computer, then you are very likely to fail to install Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit. So, go to Search, Environ, Edit System Environment Variables, Environment Variables. Make sure you do not have Python path or home in the system variables or user variables. In my case, I don't have. Suppose you have Python home in some path. Click OK if you have such variable or Python path. Then edit, disable, click OK, click OK, click OK. Then we have to reboot our machine. After installing oneAPI Base Toolkit, then we can re-enable system environment variables for PythonHome or PythonPath. So I will reboot my machine. Then this session continues. Now in your system tray, click this icon, Intel Driver Support Assistant. Intel Driver and the Support Assistant says that I have two software updates. Please update your system. If you do not have Intel Driver and the Support Assistant on your machine, that means you haven't watched my previous videos listed in this playlist. If you haven't watched setup videos in this playlist, you cannot follow my current session. Intel Driver Support Assistant. Download all. Please update your system drive software. Install all. Yes. Next. 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 Typical. Install. Finish. Yes. Next. Agree. Install. Finish. So your Intel drivers and the software are up to date. In my case, I'm using Intel Core i9 9th generation CPU. This processor includes integrated Intel graphic device. I use NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060. We will reboot once again. I would highly recommend you reboot your machine too. Now we will remove existing installation of Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit. Then add or remove programs. In the search box, oneAPI. Click this. Uninstall. Uninstall. Yes. We will uninstall. Remove. Go install the product. We removed successfully. Now close it. Close it. Please reboot your machine. This session continues after rebooting my machine. I have just rebooted my machine. Now open up Visual Studio. Go to Help. Check for updates. Update available. My current version is 17.3.4. New version 17.3.6. Visual Studio will close automatically. Update. Yes. Or we can close it. Now close it. I will reboot my machine. This session continues after rebooting my machine. I have just restarted my machine. Now start Visual Studio. Help about Visual Studio. Make sure your update is successful. 17.3.6. Now close it. Close it. Open up your File Explorer from System, DEVSoft, M64, MinGW64, Pacman SYU. I will make it bigger. Hit Enter. Enter. To complete this update, all MSys2 processes, including this terminal, will be closed. Confirm to proceed. Hit Enter. Start MinGW64 once again. Pacman SU. Hit Enter. So Intel TBB will be updated. Also, GCC will be updated to 12.2. Clang will be updated to 15.0.4. Hit Enter. We have successfully upgraded GNU-G++ and Clang++. Now exit. Open up this star command prompt. G++ version issued report 12.2. Clang++ issued report version 15.0.4. Now exit. Open up your web browser. Download oneAPI Base Toolkit. Download Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit. Select System, Windows. Select Distribution. I will select offline, because if I fail, I can try again. Click Download. We have to sign in. Registration is free, so please register yourself and sign in. Scroll down. Download. Nothing happened. Download. Nothing happened. Download. Nothing happened. Then close it. Go back. Windows. Offline. Download. Now it works. I already downloaded. Now close it. If you download it, you can find WBasicKit offline exe. Double click it. Please be patient. Yes. Extract. Continue. It requires 31 GB. I accept terms of the license agreement. Recommended installation. Install everything with commonly used features. Continue. Warnings. Intel graphics driver for Windows not found. You have no relevant GPU driver. If you are going to develop and run GPU accelerated application on this system, please check installation guide for instructions on the GPU drivers. Otherwise, you can ignore the warning and continue the installation as is. The product can still be used with CPU. The product can be still used with CPU. Click Next. Click Next. I do not consent to the collection of my information. Click Install. It will take some time. Please be patient. Now installation is complete. Check this box. Click Go to Installed Products. So we installed Intel oneAPI Base Toolkit New. Get Started Guide. I would highly recommend you to read this documentation at least once. Now close it, close it, close it. We will reboot our machine. Before we reboot our machine, we will restore environment variables for Python. Environ, edit system environment variables. Environment variables. Now we can edit and restore Python home. Click OK. In my case, I don't need this path, so I would delete. When I need, I will install Python from official distribution. Click OK. Click OK. This session continues after rebooting my machine. I just rebooted my machine. Now start Visual Studio. So we have this message, sample feed. The sample feed is empty. Click OK. This message is very annoying. Go to Extension, Intel oneAPI option. Intel oneAPI samples. Unselect offline sample. Click OK. Now close it. Start Visual Studio once again. Now we don't have the annoying message. Now close Visual Studio. In the File Explorer, download. You can delete this file. Unzip it. Copy this folder to your working directory. Double-click it. Copy this path. Left-click. If you scroll down, you should be able to find Intel oneAPI 2022 Expand. This is IA32. IA32. This is Intel 64. Right click, More, Open File Location. Copy. Here, I copied. Right click, Properties. Start in. Paste the folder path. If you have blank space in the path folder, then quote. Click Apply. Now, in this folder again, in the folder 125 icons, you can copy these icons. For example, copy System Windows. In this folder, paste. Replace the file in destination. Continue. So we have oneAPI.icon. Here, change icon. Browse. Select window. The icon name is oneAPI. Open. OK. Apply. You can say Intel command prompt for Visual Studio. This is too big. Intel oneAPI DPC++. I will make it shorter. Click Apply. Apply. Now drag and drop. Open up. It will start like this. dir. Sorry. Close it. Right click, Properties. We don't need this part. Quote. Click Apply. Not valid. Home. Quote. Apply. OK. Open up. CD 125. Hello. SQL. So we are building this file. For example, in Visual Studio Code, we open this folder. If you scroll down, you can find this file. This is our SQL folder. It is complaining. Let's try. db cpp ehsc std c++20 hello.cpp or d.exe. Hit enter. OK, it built successfully. clsd. It runs correctly. This keyboard is quite nasty. So, right click, search, environment, edit system environment variables. Environment variables include edit. Click new. Browse. This PC, system, program, files. Intel oneAPI compiler latest Windows include select SQL. Here click OK. We added this path. I will delete it. So include SQL. Click OK. Click OK. Click OK. Now close it. Start SQL once again. It does not work. Close it. Search environment variables include edit new browse DPC system program files Intel oneAPI compiler latest Windows include. Click OK. So we added two folders. I will move it up. Window include Windows SQL. Click OK. Click OK. Click OK. Now start Visual Studio Code. Yeah. Now the squiggle is gone.